Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for making it known that there is a video that went viral regarding a young lady who has a presence of being a stud or a tomboy. And some say that she is a lesbian or gay. But apparently she has a barber that's flirting with her during the entire time of him cutting her hair. And this will be interesting. And just a special thanks to the person who left a comment asking me if I had already seen the video, and I have not. But I did look at another video that had a reaction to it, and I'm just going to give my own reaction to this video because it's the first time I'm viewing it on TikTok, and it looks like the person's name is SCO Brazy. Looks like he's out of Dallas Fort Worth area. And let's see what happens here. And I'm going to give you my lesbian perspective in my reaction video today. I am Giselle Wallace. Here on my YouTube channel, I do provide my lesbian perspective. And if that interests you, then please hit the subscribe button. Thank you.
How much you want to take out the top?
Are you talking to me?
That's a blueprint hoodie?
Is what you want? You want me this is in the front or the back? Which one?
So I'm going to pause right there, and I'll be pausing to give you my lesbian reaction and perspective. Initially, as I'm looking at this, the young lady already looks like she's annoyed or uncomfortable. And if you think that she is a lesbian, well, we'll find out, because looks can be deceiving. She just may be a young lady who likes getting a very short haircut. And I find the title of his video to be interesting. He does say he's a Dallas barber, so yeah, he's out in the Dallas area. And he said, "You ain't gotta pay me." So with that title alone, "You ain't gotta pay me," when you go anywhere to get professional services done at either a hair salon or a barber, well, the stylist, the hairstylist, the barber expects to get paid. And his title, by saying "you ain't gotta pay me," that already lets me know that he has cruel intentions, because he's interested in being inappropriate with his client. So if you go somewhere to get your hair done, all you want to do is get your hair done, and you want your hair to look good. And she's sitting in this chair, and it already seems to me that he was doing something strange before she got her haircut, because she was looking at him real crazy. So I'm gonna just play that back just to show you what I mean. Something was going down that made her look at this man crazy. But she probably was like saying, "Well, shoot, I done already came out here. I'm ready to get my hair cut. I need to go head on and get my hair cut." Even though she seems to be annoyed.
How much you want to take out the top?
Are you talking to me?
That's a blueprint hoodie?
Is what you want? You want me this is in the front or the back? Which one? What you doing this weekend?
Having a
Christmas
Trying to
party.
do dinner or something?
Haven't.
You like your haircut? Kind of cute. Let me see. Smile for me. Oh, my bad. So, I know you like your edge up straight. So, is that the way you gonna go today?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to pause right there. I don't know if y'all caught that. It was a lot that just transpired here. He is using very pressing sexual innuendo. INNUEDO. Sorry if I mispronounced that, but he is using very explicit sexual innuendo, if that's how you pronounce it. Sexual INNUEDO. And so that lets me know, as I said, he has cruel intentions. He's being very sexually aggressive towards this young lady. And I do see that she's smiling, and some people would assume she must like it. She likes the attention from this man. Well, have you ever heard the phrase that just because a person is smiling does not mean that they agree with you or that they are happy about what you're saying? Well, that's the kind of energy I get with her. For one, you're in a very vulnerable place. Anytime you are getting your hair done, that is a very vulnerable position to be in. So someone's doing your hair and you're just trying to be nice. You're just trying to get through the process because you don't want that person to mess up your hair. And that's the vibe I get. Now, what really made me say, oh my God, was, did you just hear him ask her, so you like your hairline straight? And he said, so you like it straight? He said something of that along those lines. And she said, yes. He was referring to her sexual orientation. He was pretty much saying, you're straight, or are you straight? Asking her. And she said, yes. Now, I don't know if she caught the inside joke by him, the sarcasm by him, but he was definitely implying to her that he wants her to be into boys. And her saying yes, I think she innocently was saying yes to, she likes her hairline straight, or the line that he's proceeding to cut in her hair. She was agreeing that yes, she likes it straight, but he was definitely meaning, you straight, you into boys, because if you are, I'm fixing to get with you. I'm going to keep flirting with you. So I'm going to play it back a little bit just to show you what I mean.
So, is that the way you gonna go today?
Yep.
You like your edge up straight. So, is that the way you gonna go today?
Yep.
Oh, so you like men again?
What are they gonna do with my edges?
Oh.
Look up right quick.
Okay, so yeah, she didn't catch his little sarcasm. So you like your hairline straight? Is that the way you're going to go today? And she said, yep. But then he proceeded to ask her, is she into boys? And she did not answer the question. She said, what does that have to do with my haircut? So she's trying to be polite. She's trying to avoid the inevitable discussion that he is pretty much pressing on her. So this dude is flirting beyond flirting with her right now. And she appears to be smiling again. Now, a lot of men, they actually take a woman's smile as meaning she likes it. So I will say that by her smiling, men do not read body language, or shall I say, they don't interpret female body language very well. Because although a woman may be smiling, her whole body language is very stiff. She's not even smiling with her eyes. Her smile is almost like a smirk, like and it almost like she's very uncomfortable. Like there's nothing at all that she's enjoying about this, but she's in a vulnerable position. She's getting her hair cut, and this appears to be her first time getting her hair cut by this man. I can tell that she is not familiar with this guy. This is her first time going there. So, you know, when it's your first experience, you're just hoping that everything goes well. So she's just trying to make it through.
Can you look up for me, please? Can you look up, please? Oh, shit. One more time. Can you look up? I'm trying to get...
to school.
Can you...
You don't gotta touch my chin.
I said look up. Just
You don't gotta touch
look
my...
up. You're not doing what I'm asking.
I won't look at you.
Wow. Now, I know what it's like when you go get your hair done, you know, like you go, they want to see your face to make sure that they're lining you up well, or that they're doing, you know, like a part or a cut well. They want to see, they kind of want to make sure everything is centered. But I understand that. But you could tell the man was trying to look in her eyes. He was trying to get that woman's eyes stuck on him. And it was just so ridiculous. So you saw how uncomfortable she was. And then he had the nerve to touch her in a very inappropriate way. He put his hand underneath her chin like he was not lifting her chin up, but it was like he was massaging her face with his hands. Did you see how she moved his hand real quick out the way? And he did it again. She had to move his hand again out of the way. Like you could see the anger in her eyes, and her you could see the tension in her face. She's not happy about this at all. She's extremely uncomfortable. And this is harassment. This is harassment, sexual harassment. And then he says, "You're not doing what I want you to do." So she says, "I'm not going to look in your eyes." So she's looking up, but she's making sure she doesn't give him eye contact. You know why? Because she knew exactly what his intentions were. This man wanted her to make eye contact with him as if he was trying to make a sexual connection with her through the eyes. This was horrible. And she just, as soon as she could, she put her head down. This is awful. This is awful.
You don't gotta touch
Look up. You're not doing what I'm asking.
I won't look at you.
You want me to lay you back? I mean, raise her the size in the back, or just the size?
So now he's even taking advantage of the opportunity of using barber talk, barber language, of cutting a client's hair. He's using it in a sexual context. You want me to lay you back? You want me to... She didn't even answer him because it was such a derogative way of talking to her. Like, she's all the way back in this chair and she's pretty much almost frozen. Like she can't believe what she's hearing. Like I can just see the dread in her face, and she really just looks like she wants to cry almost. And yes, she laughed. I saw her laugh on the end of the part where he was touching her and she was slapping his hand out of the face. And you might say, oh, she wants him bad. Like she's asking for it. But sometimes people, they laugh out of being nervous. And they laugh because of anxiety. And that's what I'm picking up with this young lady.
Want me to oil you down?
They can't even speak to the same.
Okay. Want me to oil you down?
They can't even speak to the same.
Okay. That's enough oil on you? I can get the baby oil.
I'm never coming back again.
All right. Did you hear what this jerk said? He asked her, "Do you want me to oil you down?" Again, he's using barber talk in a sexual, explicit way of communicating with his client. She shook her head. She started kind of laugh, smiling again. Then he proceeds with the can of oil spray. That's the oil spray that they use after they finish cutting your hair to give your hair some oil sheen and also to keep you from having any dryness, to moisturize you. That's what they do. Yes, I know that that's what barbers do. I've been to a barber before. I used to get my hair cut really, really nice and short. I keep my hair longer now in twist, and I cut my hair a couple of years ago really short, and it's growing back, but I've had my hair very long, very short. So I know what it's like going between different type of professional stylists and barbers. You can go to a hair salon, you can go to a barber, and I know what the energy is like there. I know what they ask you and what they don't ask you, and what to expect and what not to expect. Everything he is doing is sexual harassment. Absolutely.
Okay. That's enough oil on you? I can get the baby oil.
I'm never coming back again.
There you go.
Now she said, "I'm never coming back here." Why would she say that? Is it because she's not happy with her haircut? Or is it because she's been sexually harassed by a man who she is absolutely not interested in? I'm going to say it's the latter.
You still having a Christmas sleepover tonight? You fresh now. What's your name? Ooh.
Daddy.
Okay. He asked her what her name was. So this lets me know this is her first time going there, because he doesn't even know her name. But he's pressing up on her really hard. Doesn't even know his client's name. And she did answer him. Guess what she said? She said, "Daddy." Listen.
You fresh now. What's your name? Ooh.
Daddy.
Shit, hey. You could where you trying to go today? You ain't gotta pay me. It's cool. How much you want to take out the top?
Why are you talking?
All right. So that was him on the end filming. So that's him filming, because you saw him in the end with his own phone filming. He looks like he has red dreadlocks with the beanie on. And so he said, "You don't have to pay me." The young lady's getting ready to pay him, as she would do. She just got her hair cut. So to answer my question that I already asked, why would she say, "I'm never coming back here again"? I asked, is it because she's not happy with the haircut? Or is it because she's not happy with the sexual harassment that she just experienced by this barber? And I said it's the latter, which is she's not happy about the sexual harassment she just experienced with the barber. If this woman was not happy with her haircut, she would not pay this man. She was getting ready to pay him, and he rejected the payment. He said, "You don't have to pay me." And that's why he titled his video, "You Ain't Gotta Pay Me." So when men do not have any intention on a woman paying him for whatever services, which we're keeping it professional. But even though he didn't keep it professional, when you go get your car done, when you go to a barber like she did in this case, you as a woman will pay. If he's a man, you're going to pay him for the service that he's done, the repairs that he's done on your vehicle, for getting you a nice haircut. You're going to pay for that. You're supposed to pay for that because guess what? It's a business. It's a transaction. Well, he said, you ain't got to pay me. Well, when it comes to men and women involving themselves in transactional services, you are supposed to pay each other for the business transaction, the service or the product that you order. Well, he deduced his barber services to a sexual predatory interaction. You see, when you're dealing with sexual advances from a man, he usually pays the woman. And a man doesn't expect payment from a woman. So that's how you know he was treating her like she was a prostitute. And that is very unprofessional and disturbing. You see, in his sick, twisted mind, he tells her, you ain't got to pay me. And the reason why he said you ain't got to pay me is because he expects for her to sleep with him. Now, why is he pushing up so hard on this young lady to sleep with him? I'll tell you the truth. Because he assumes that this woman is a lesbian. And the reason why is because he was asking her, do you like your hairline straight? So you want to do it straight? She said, yeah, because she didn't catch his sick, twisted inside joke, his sarcasm. So he was asking about her hairline. She likes it straight. So he said, so do you like boys? She said, what does that have to do with my haircut? So she was keeping it professional. He was not. So this lets you know this man already assumes that this woman is a lesbian or gay, however you like to address a female homosexual. So just by looking at her physically, he thinks this woman is only into women. This woman never reveals to him her sexuality. The closest you get to knowing what her sexuality is on the very end when he asked her, what is your name? What was her answer? She said, Daddy. That is a phrase that most men will use regarding how they represent themselves with their woman. So in other words, she's letting him know she likes women. So it's a very strong possibility that she likes women. And she was saying that to turn him off because men do not like to be dominated by women. You see, men use the phrase daddy because they like to be the dominant one to overpower a woman. So by her saying to him, my name is Daddy, she's basically letting him know you're not my type. And then he proceeds to say to her, you ain't got to pay me. So he's still pushing the envelope. He's still wanting this woman to sleep with him after she's pretty much let him know, I'm not into you. I'm into the girls. So did she answer the question of, is she gay? Well, I think she did. You just have to read in between the lines. But this situation, whether it's staged or not, because I don't really know. All I know for sure is that, unfortunately, a lot of masculine presenting women, studs, tomboys, butch women, they go through this all the time. Do you know how often you get a haircut? Most people go get a haircut twice a week. Some people go once a week, once a month, depending on your budget and, you know, how quickly your hair grows or whatnot. But that means you have to go to your barber quite often, a lot throughout the year. And who wants to go to their barber knowing you are a lesbian and you're not into dudes, but the guy's pushing up on you like that? That's sexual harassment. This guy could be into some hot water, and he's actually really stupid because he was filming it with his own camera phone and uploaded it on his TikTok. So that's why I say, whether it's staged or not, who knows? But he pretty much put himself in a bad position because he's showing the world that he sexually harasses women. But not even that. He's actually harassing a lesbian woman, allegedly. So hopefully you learn from this situation, because this kind of situation actually happens. And I've heard lesbian women who present themselves in a masculine or tomboyish way that it's very hard for them to find a solid barber, someone who they can trust, someone who they can feel comfortable around. They go in between a lot of different barbers. They don't always have a barber who is like their go-to person. Like, and that's unfortunate that you don't feel comfortable going to a barber because you're going to be harassed by a dude who knows that you're gay. You're a gay woman. And that's horrible. And I'm kind of glad that he was kind of dumb enough to upload this video, because it opens up great conversation. Now, of course, there's always going to be the people who will judge this young lady and say that, well, she should have left and she must have liked it because she was smiling. Well, whether she liked it or not, in which I don't think she did, I believe the young lady needed her haircut. And she does not have any control over this barber's conversation. What he says is what he says. But she clearly was trying to keep this professional. But that's my lesbian perspective. And shout out to all of the barbers who keep things professional. And all of the lesbians out there who go and get their haircut. I hope that you find a barber who treats you with respect, because your safety is numero uno. I am Giselle Wallace. Hit the subscribe button. Thank you for listening.